Hi, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're gonna react to a video from Jason Whitlock. And actually, when I saw the Super Bowl performance yesterday, I thought about Jason Whitlock. I was like, I got, I kind of bet he got some choice words for this Super Bowl performance. And here we go. So we finna react to this video, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good one from Jason.
And Jay-Z, they run Kendrick Lamar out here as the halftime show. And somehow they work the actor Samuel L. Jackson into the halftime show. And the halftime show is the most confusing, boring, deceptively angry thing we've ever seen. And people, 90% of the audience has no idea what Kendrick Lamar is saying, doing. They don't know his music. They don't know the songs. They can't. If you rewatch this halftime show and just think about halftime shows in the past, the reason you put a Michael Jackson out there, the reason you put a Janet Jackson, a Justin Timberlake, they have so many crossover, major songs that when they start to play them, the audience goes, "Oh, I remember that song." And they start screaming and clapping and like, "Oh, this takes me back. I can't wait for them to do 30, 45 seconds of that song." And so even when they had Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and 50 Cent and Mary J. Blige out there, their catalog of music, so pervasive, so many classic songs that, right or wrong, everybody has partied to at some point. The biggest...
No, I agree with that. I'm not a big Kendrick Lamar fan. Actually, I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan at all. Probably the only song I could tell you about is the one he currently got now. They Not Like Us. So Kendrick Lamar not really a mainstream, rapper. I mean, I guess he got a lot of his fans or whatnot, but I kind of agree on that point. Many people don't know Kendrick Lamar music, including myself.
Hick in the Sticks knows Gin and Juice or, that garbage music that Dr. Dre puts out. And again, I know it all, used to love it all, dance to it all, but everybody knows that. But Kendrick Lamar? His most popular song is Not Like Us. Most people don't know it. It's a beef track between him and Drake. And yes, it's popular, but it hasn't been out there long enough to really cross over. And so they put this angry man and this angry song, Beef, front and center. And what Roger Goodell, through idiocy and through relying on the wrong people to help him, Troy Vincent and these other DEI woke folks that are within the NFL, they're counting on Roger Goodell being an idiot. And Roger Goodell is playing that role very well. Or maybe this is what NFL ownership wants. Maybe there's so much money on taking a dump on America and traditional sports fans. People didn't get it. And so they intended for you to be asleep. They intended for you to be just as dumb as Roger Goodell, or maybe Roger Goodell's smart. I'm telling you, there's so much money in hating America that perhaps the NFL gave people exactly what they wanted. And so what we got was the NFL's version of Django Unchained. Samuel L. Jackson recreated his role in Django Unchained as Steven. And because they dressed it up in red, white, and blue, and there was no nudity and there was no obvious satanic messaging, it just went over a lot of people's heads. And look, even for someone like me, I didn't understand everything that was going on. I had to watch it in private a second time. And then I had to go do research to fully get it. It's like the whole Squid Games thing they had going on. I didn't get that upon initial review of it or initially watching it. But oh my God, did the NFL just get in everyone's face at halftime? 100 million people watching. They just got in everyone's face using Samuel Jackson and Kendrick Lamar and said, "We hate America. We hate you." This was the NFL Unchained. Let me walk you through it. Because initially I thought Whitlock's doing too much. It wasn't all of that.
Yeah, the performance, I checked it out. It was okay. It was decent, and then to write home about, which, I guess, they try to make some statements, and like I said, I ain't the biggest Kendrick fan, and I don't really know his music, but let's see what Jason got to say.
That's not what happened. Yes, it is. This is what happens. Samuel L. Jackson, again, as I've already said, comes out and tells you, "Hey, I'm Uncle Sam." And what he's really saying, "No, I'm Steven from Django." That's the role, other than, I guess, Pulp Fiction. That's the role I'm most known for. And he went about promoting a subversive, anti-American agenda on all this. I'd have rather Kendrick Lamar come out in satanic clothing than this subversive, sneaky way that they injected a political agenda and a political point of view and were basically telling you adults, anybody over 45, this wasn't for you. They were speaking to your kids, and your kids knew what they were saying. Your kids know Squid Games. Your kids know Kendrick Lamar and his music. They were grooming your kids for hatred of America last night at halftime of the Super Bowl. They got in your face at halftime of the Super Bowl and said, "Hey, we're going to groom your kids. You're not, and we're going to do it right in front of you with the whole family sitting and watching the Super Bowl together." The parent, "Hey, what's going on? Why is this little black midget out here yelling and talking into a microphone? What's going on?" Your kids are like, "I know what's going on, Mommy, Daddy. This is great. This is Squid Games." Do you know what Squid Games is? Because I had to do the research. But it's some Netflix-funded anti-capitalism TV series about 458 poor people competing in deadly children's games for the right to win billions of dollars. That's what Squid Games is. And the way the stage was framed for Kendrick Lamar, it was mocking or drawing an allusion to Squid Games. And so when Samuel L. Jackson started off the halftime performance, "Hey, it's your Uncle Sam, and this is the great American game." He used those words intentionally. This is the great American game. And what he's referring to is America is the Squid Game. About it was no sick. Here's Samuel L. Jackson comes on. I think it's after Kendrick Lamar does this little silly song. He does Squabble Up. That's where he started out. Who knows what he's saying or what the song is really about? I don't know. But it's a very ghetto, Compton specific type song. Squabbling. That's fighting, blah, blah, blah. Samuel L. Jackson comes in. He's the narrator of this performance. No. That's too loud. That's too reckless. That's too ghetto. Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? then tighten up, is what Samuel L. Jackson said. And so he's telling him the song Squabble Up, oh, that's too loud, that's too reckless, that's too ghetto. Tisk, tisk, don't do that. Don't you understand how to play the squid game? You need to conform. You need to be more docile. You need to tighten up. And so Kendrick Lamar comes off of that and does the song Humble. His song Humble. And it has some hook about sit down and be humble or sit down and shut up or what. I can't remember, but you heard the song or some of you know the song or whatever. But it's about, hey, sit down and shut up and know your place. Basically, it's some sort of hook. And so Samuel L. Jackson sets the table. Hey, that song Squabble Up, that's too loud, that's too ghetto. Don't you know how to play the game, Nick? That's what he's saying. Don't you know how to play the game, Negro? Play the game. Don't be yourself. Yourself, they've defined as too loud, too reckless, and too ghetto. Squabbling, all that gang violence you guys do. White people think that that's too loud, too reckless, and too ghetto. They're racist. Don't they understand? This is just how we deal with each other. We squabble. We kill each other. We join gangs. That's black. They want you to be white. Y'all sitting here, oh, at least there was no satanic messaging in this halftime performance. Are you kidding me? The entire messaging of this deal was satanic. They come out here and do this Not Like Us, and it's got some little catchy beat, and he's basically saying Drake sleeps with minors, and then the little extra sauce they put on it. They got the tennis star, Serena Williams, to come out and crip walk during the song.
Now, that shocked me right there, especially we've been seeing how Serena been moving lately. I had no idea she would even attempt to even do something like that. So when I saw Serena, that did shock me.
Serena Williams, the tennis star, who's married to some white male billionaire who grew up in South Central Los Angeles, who lost a sister to gang violence and a drive-by shooting. They get this controlled clown and influencer to come out and crip walk, and yes, that's what I call a controlled clown. What Samuel Jackson, Kendrick Lamar, Serena Williams, these controlled clowns, the blackest thing you can do is beef with black people and threaten violence and do violence to each other. Oh, yeah, my sister died in a drive-by shooting over some gang violence, but I'm good with that. Let me go out here and rep the Crips. Because, oh my God, if we're not killing each other, we're not really black. Help us grow the fearless.
All right, that's it right there. I don't know what's going on in the sports world. It seems like the NFL and the NBA both seem to be tanking pretty badly. They're doing some strange things. They're allowing strange things. In particular, the Super Bowl. From the very, it was dead from the very start. I mean, I think a lot of this stuff be set up anyway. Especially you see the plays. When they purposely not tackle a player. I'm thinking about some from last year's playoff with Kansas City, but I know I mainly watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials and to see the halftime performance, like you say, like he say, it normally some kind of satanic breakdown or ritual they do within the Super Bowl halftime performance. But I mainly watch for the commercial just to see. And, I like to go online and see other people's thoughts and opinions about what took place. There's a lot of people on TikTok with a lot of interesting thoughts about, what they saw from the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna get a collection of those clips as well, and we're gonna check those out as well. So if you like the video, please give me a like. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. And peace. I'll catch you next time.